The North Tulsa community is paying their respects to the lives lost in 1921. Today marks 102 years since one of the worst racial attacks in our nation's history, the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre.
Since Friday, the Blackwell Street Fest has honored the victims, the survivors, and descendants. Fox 23's Tanya Motordzitsky is live in the Greenwood district, where soil from the historic land was turned over, Tanya, as a way to remember those who died more than a century ago.
That's right, Shay and Sarah. Descendants and North Tulsans tell me it was only right to honor those who passed away, who have yet to have a proper burial here on ancestral land.
Henry Walker. Howard Behrens. Joe Miller.
Those are the names of people who were never found after the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre. This is the community's way of giving them a proper burial.
There's an African proverb that says, your loved one only dies when you stop calling their name. And we want to make sure that we keep our ancestors' legacies alive.
Dr. Tiffany Crutcher with the Crutcher Foundation, Greg Robinson with the Remembrance Coalition, survivors, descendants, and North Tulsans gathered at historic Standpipe Hill. These jars with soil from the hill that they're calling sacred.
A place that symbolized the wealthiest of the African Americans that inhabited this space, and also symbolized the fight, where World War I veterans took up arms and went to the top of the hill, the high ground, and fought until the very last man. It is not lost on us that we honor veterans on this day as well, when it was veterans, American veterans, that had to fight for their own land, for their own families, on their own home soil. Let that be a lesson to us as we honor the victims of the massacre, as we honor the survivors of the massacre. We ensure that it will never happen again.
As we remember the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre, Robinson says it's important to keep these stories going and teach the next generation the truth.
That as we honor those unknown who were lost in the Tulsa Race Massacre, that we do it here on truly sacred ground, a ground that actually represents the greatness of what Black Wall Street was, is, and will be into the future.
Now, out here in North Tulsa, there's a group of women who are honoring all the items and things lost 102 years ago. Coming up at 6, we'll hear how a rare art form is making a comeback to do just that. Live on Greenwood, covering news that matters, I'm Tanya Motordzitsky, Fox 23 News.